Court is now in session.
Okay, let's try this again. I do sincerely apologize for the inconvenience of that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 5 of the second season of the PCBC Pennsylvania College Basketball Court. I'm your honorary judge and host of this incredible podcast, Noah Smithbauer. One second. She just texted me. She's like, why did it just end? All right, let's see if this works. Yeah, that didn't work. That's okay. We're gonna go with it. Okay, so sorry about that. Anyways, we got a lot to go through. We got 12 games to recap over the last 2 days. Well, one game in particular that had occurred on Tuesday evening, and 11 games that occurred last night. And we'll be going through preview with picks and predictions for the 18-game schedule that is coming up in the next 3 days, with one game occurring tomorrow night, 15 games on Saturday, and 2 games on Sunday evening. With that being said, let's get started with Penn State Schuylkill against Mansfield. Both teams came in 0-2. Penn State Schuylkill playing from the PSUAC. Mansfield, of course, reading from the PSAC. It's just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Anyways, top score for Penn State Schuylkill. In 40 minutes, he shot 8 of 17 from the floor, 8 of 13 from three-point range, and 60% from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound with 2 assists and scored 30 points. That was Mekhi Jones. Isaac Lane, in 43 minutes, shot 50% from the floor, 1 of 3 from three-point range, 40% from the free throw line. He had a 17-point, 12-rebound double-double, and he added 1 assist and 3 steals to go with that. Deshaun Dixon, in 35 minutes, shot 5 of 9 from the floor, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 9 rebounds, 1 steal with 14 points. And Antoine Bird, in 41 minutes, shot 4 of 11 from the floor, 50% from three-point range, 75% from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 6 steals for 12 points. So he was having a very busy night. Penn State Schuylkill, they shot 50% from the floor in the first half, 50% from three-point range, and 45.5% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 41.9% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. In the first overtime, well, I guess there was only one overtime. In overtime, they shot 50% from the floor. They went 1 of 1 from three-point range. And they actually only took 2 field goal attempts in the second half, in overtime. Shot 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 62.5%. Overall, Penn State Schuylkill shot 46% from the floor, 47.6% from three-point range, and 61.3% from the free throw line. They had 1 technical foul. It was a success to Isaac Lane. For Mansfield, their top scorer was the guy who actually had 2 chances to secure a win for Mansfield, and he missed both free throw attempts. One came excruciatingly late in a tied game in the end of the second half, and then missed another crucial free throw attempt later on in overtime. That was Nasir Brown, their number 1 scorer, in 29 minutes. He shot well over 50% from the floor, 2 of 7 from three-point range, 3 of 8 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals for 21 points. LJ Stansbury and Sterling Scott both each had 15 points. Stansbury played in 38 minutes and shot 6 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 6 from three-point range, and hit both his free throw attempts, along with 6 rebounds and 2 assists with 3 steals. Scott, 37 minutes, 5 of 14 from the floor, 3 of 8 from three-point range, hit both his free throw attempts. He had 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals. And Scott Woodring, in 21 minutes, shot 80% from the floor, 1 of 1 from three-point range, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds and 1 block for 10 points. The Maltese, in the first half, they shot 63% from the floor, 50% from three-point range, and 62.5% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 46.2% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. In overtime, they shot 2 of 11 from the floor, 18.2%, 0 of 6 from the three-point range, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 66.7%. Overall, Mansfield shot 48.4% from the floor, 31.3% from three-point range, 65% from the free throw line. 2 technical fouls were assists, one to Julian Wilson and one to Sayer Alsbrooks. In the first half, Mansfield outscored PSS 47-40. Then Schuylkill outscored Mansfield 39-32, and also outscored Mansfield in overtime 8-6 to reach the final score of 87-85. So it was the one game from Tuesday. I picked Mansfield. That was the only one of 2 games I actually got incorrect over this 12-game span. And that's because Wednesday was a phenomenal night in terms of picking games. Actually, one second. Okay, good. So, yesterday, November 13th, we start our 11-game skid with Millersville at Goldie Beacom. This game being played in Wellington, Delaware. Millersville outscoring Goldie Beacom 43-29 in the first half, and then outscoring them again 36-21 in the second half to reach the final score of Millersville 79, Goldie Beacom 50. Millersville advancing to 3-0, and Goldie Beacom dropping to 1-2. Top scorer for Millersville was Ainan Gare. In 29 minutes, shot 6 of 16 from the floor, 5 of 12 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, with 1 rebound and 19 points. Drew Stover, 27 minutes, shot 66% from the floor, 1 of 1 from three-point range, and 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 blocks, and 1 steal for 17 points. So a 17-point, 13-rebound double-double. He's not the only one who had a double-double for Millersville. Montel Cooper in 22 minutes shot 5 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 1 from three-point range, and 3 for 3 from the free throw line, with 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block for 14 points. The other guy who had a double-double was former Mansfield Mountie Siraj Ali, who in 22 minutes shot 2 of 6 from the floor and hit all 6 of his free throw attempts. He had 11 rebounds with 2 assists and 3 steals for 10 points. So the issue was my dogs were barking and the mail lady came through. So yeah, I was like, we're just redoing this all over again. Okay, Millersville, the Marauders, they shot 41.9% from the floor in the first half, 33% from the three-point range, 92.3% from the free throw line in the first half. Second half, they shot 37% from the floor, 37.5% from three-point range, and 65% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 39.7% from the floor, 34.8% from three, and 75.8% from the free throw line. Goldie Beacom, their number 1 scorer of the night was Zion Marsh. 30 minutes, 7 of 11 from the floor, hit both his three-pointer attempts. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks, and 1 steal for 16 points. And Anthony Akonde, in 22 minutes, shot 3 of 4 from the floor, hit both three-point attempts and both free throw attempts he had. He had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal for 10 points. Goldie Beacom shot 37.5% from the floor, 30% from three-point range, and went 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 100%. Second half, they shot 23.1% from the floor, 27.3% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 31% from the floor, 28.6% from three-point range, and 72.7% from the free throw line. Next game, Gannon and Davison Elkins, the Senators versus the Golden Knights. Gannon in the first half outscored Davison Elkins 53-40, and then outscored him again 57-37 to reach the final score of Gannon 110 to Davison Elkins 77. Gannon is on a 3-game winning streak after starting 0-2 to start the season. back above 500, while Davis and Elkins, as the Senators, dropped to 1-2. Top scorer for Davis and Elkins was Sam Roll IV. In 25 minutes, had 7 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 3 from three-point range, and hit all 7 free throw attempts. With 1 rebound, 4 assists, 2 steals for 22 points off the bench. Dontrell Jenkins, in 29 minutes, shot 50% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound and 2 assists for 13 points. The Senators in the first half shot 50% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, and 72.7% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 45.2% from the floor, 30.8% from three-point range, and 45.5% from the free throw line. Overall, Davis and Elkins shot 47.5% from the floor, 26.1% from three-point range, 59.1% from the free throw line. The Knights of Gannon. Top scorer was Ernest Shelton. 28 minutes, shot 8 of 15 from the floor, 7 out of 11 from three-point range. He had 5 rebounds and 23 points. Aussie Tasman Goodrick in 22 minutes shot 9 of 13 from the floor, hit all 4 free throw attempts with 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 22 points. Pace Prosser in 27 minutes, he shot 7 of 11 from the floor, 2 of 5 from three-point range with 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals for 16 points. Lucas Sakasi at 20 minutes off the bench shot 66% from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal for 13 points. Mason Kemp, also off the bench in 18 minutes, shot 4 of 6 from the floor. His only three-point attempt of the game, 75% from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks for 12 points. And Justin DeBuck in 24 minutes shot 4 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 6 from three-point range, and 1 out of 3 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds and 1 assist with 2 steals for 11 points. Golden Knights shot 51.2% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, and 60% from the free throw line. In the second half, they had an identical 51.2% from the floor, 43.75% from three-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. Fun fact, they actually shot 21 out of 41 in both the first and second half of the game. So overall, they shot 42 out of 82, 51.2%, 41.7% from three-point range, and 73.3% from the free throw line. Gannon improves to 3-2, and Davis and Elkins 1-2. Next game, Clarion and Roberts Wesleyan. The Golden Eagles, who my girlfriend is an alumni of. She'd be very happy, even though she really doesn't care about Clarion basketball. They are actually 3-0 so far this season. So, there you go. Clarion outscored Robert Wesleyan 48-36 in the first half, and then outscored them again 51-43 in the second half. Clarion winning 99-79. Clarion is now 3-0. Roberts Wesleyan 1-2. Top score for Roberts Wesleyan, as my screen just, why? There we go. Top score for Roberts Wesleyan, off the bench in 22 minutes, shot 70% from the floor, 60% from three-point range. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal for 17 points. Trey Klitz. Malik Brooks, 27 minutes, shot 33% from the floor, 1 of 6 from three-point range, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal for 15 points. And Keon J. Carter, in 22 minutes off the bench, shot 5 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block for 13 points. Roberts Wesleyan, in the first half, they shot 43.75% from the field, 40% from three-point range, and 40% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 41.5% from the floor, 15.4% from three-point range, 70% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 42.5% from the floor, 28.6% from three-point range, and 60% from the free throw line, with 1 technical foul assessed to Keandre Carter. Clarion, top scorer was number 2, Camp Kearney, 30 minutes, he shot 9 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 4 from three-point range, 5 of 8 from the free-throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block for 26 points. Jeremy Thomas is second, 23 minutes, shot 9 of 13 from the floor, 2 out of 3 from the free-throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 5 steals for 20 points. Josiah Dow off the bench in 21 minutes, shot 5 of 10 from the floor, 4 of 7 from three-point range, and 0 out of 1 from the free-throw line. With 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 block for 14 points. And Gavin Cote in 28 minutes shot 4 of 9 from the floor, 4 out of 8 from three-point range, with 4 rebounds, 2 assists for 12 points. Although I will give credit where it's due to Trey Nelson in 29 minutes, shot 1 out of 3 from the floor. He had both his free throw attempts. He had 3 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals for 4 points. So, I mean, if you have a double-digit assist night, I'm going to give you credit where it's due. Golden Eagles in the first half shot 53.1% from the floor, 58.3% from three-point range, and 70% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 59.4% from the field, 45.5% from three-point range, and 72.7% from the free throw line. I think we're at Shepherd now. Let's see. No. Seton Hill and Bloomsburg. Seton Hill on a roll this year. Seton Hill is now 3-0 to start the season, while the poor Bloomsburg Huskies are now 0-3 and are 6-47 in their last 53 games. Oof. Top scorer for Seton Hill was Ryan Mice out of Bethel Park. In 31 minutes, he had shot 6 of 13 from the floor, 3 out of 10 from three-point range, with 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal for 15 points. And Gage Lattimore, 23 minutes, 5 out of 9 from the floor, 1 out of 3 from three-point range, and 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals for 13 points. Overall, the Griffins, they shot 42.5% from the floor. Don't mind the kitty. He loves me. 42.5% from the floor, 15.4% from three-point range, and 3 out of 3 from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 48.4% from the field, 40% from three-point range, and 40% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 45.1% from the floor, 26.1% from three-point range, and 62.5% from the free throw line. The Huskies' top scorer was Matt Bengal. In 34 minutes, he shot 8 out of 18 from the floor, 0 out of 4 from three-point range, hit all 3 free throw attempts. He had 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals for 19 points. Danny Bruce off the bench in 18 minutes, shot 6 out of 7 from the field, 0 out of 1 from three-point range, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal for 12 points. And Louis Wild in 38 minutes shot 4 out of 14 from the floor, 2 out of 8 from three-point range, and 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal for 11 points. The Huskies in the first half shot 50% from the floor, 27.3% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. In the second half, not so much. They shot 32% from the floor, 1 out of 9 from three-point range, 11.1%, and 4 out of 6 from the free throw line, 66.7%. Overall, they shot 42.1% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, and 62.5% from the free throw line. Now we got Shepherd and Frostburg State. The Rams going to 2-1, and Frostburg State dropping to 1-2. Frostburg State's top scorer off the bench was Tony Pope in 22 minutes. Shot 10 of 17 from the floor, 3 out of 7 from three-point range, and 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. He is definitely sweet. Glad you wanted to join me for this one, Raymond. 1 assist and 2 steals for 24 points. Frostburg State in the first half, they shot 34.5% from the floor, 35.7% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 35.5% from the floor, 37.5% from three-point range, similar to Gannon, where they have identical numbers. They shot 5 out of 14 in the first and second half from three-point range, and they shot 90% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 35% from the floor, 35.7% from the three-point range, and 83.3% from the free throw line. Shepherd, their top scorer was Marcus Banks in 27 minutes, 5 out of 7 from the floor, 3 out of 4 from three-point range, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. 7 rebounds, 2 assists for 15 points. Brody Davis off the bench in 12 minutes, shot 4 out of 9 from the field, and went 4 out of 9 from the free throw line, hitting both free throw attempts. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist for 14 points. Chase Parr in 33 minutes shot 3 out of 7 from the floor, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal for 12 points. And Carson Buffenberger in 33 minutes shot 3 of 7 from the floor, or 3 of 9 from the floor, 0 out of 1 from three-point range, and hit all 5 free throw attempts. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block for 11 points. Overall, Shepherd shot 40% in the first half. They shot 40% from the floor, 41.7% from three-point range, and 81.8% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 48% from the floor, 36.4% from three-point range, 68.75% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 44% from the floor, 39.1% from three-point range, and 74.1% from the free throw line. Next game, Edinburgh versus Dieuville. Edinburgh winning this game, going to 2-1 on the season, and Dieuville drops to 1-2. For Dieuville, their top scorer was Dawson Matzel off the bench in 21 minutes, shot 6 of 9 from the floor, 4 of 6 from three-point range, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal for 16 points. Jalen Simmons off the bench, 28 minutes, had shot 3 of 5 from the floor, 0 out of 2 from three-point range, and 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 steals for 14 points. Justin Moore, in 35 minutes, shot 5 of 13 from the floor, 0 out of 2 from three-point range, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 2 assists for 12 points. And Jordan Turner, in 24 minutes, shot 4 of 8 from the floor, 0 out of 1 from three-point range, and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds and 11 points. Dieuville shot 51.7% from the floor in the first half, 55.6% from three-point range, and 7 out of 7 from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 43.3% from the floor, 0 out of 6 from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 47.5% from the floor, 33.3% from three-point range, and 77.3% from the free throw line. Edinburgh, top scorer was Evan Berger in 36 minutes, shot 8 of 13 from the floor, 6 of 11 from three-point range, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal for 22 points. Dante Wilcott in 20 minutes off the bench shot 5 of 8 from the floor, 0 out of 1 from three-point range, and 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He had 18 points. Ryan Lakovic, I'm going to give him a shout out. He had 6 points and 10 rebounds. Speaking of which, 18. Okay, yeah, here we go. Michael Dunn, 27 minutes. He shot 4 of 11 from the floor, 4 out of 10 from three-point range, and 0 out of 1 from the free throw line. 2 rebounds, 1 assist for 12 points. Steve Kelly, in 35 minutes, shot 3 of 10 from the floor, 1 of 4 from three-point range, and 3 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals for 10 points. Sinker Evan, 24 minutes, shot 4 of 4 from the floor, 2 out of 4 from the free throw line. He had 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block for 10 points. The Fighting Scots shot 45.2% from the floor in the first half, along with 38.9% from three-point range and 62.5% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 57.7% from the floor, 41.7% from three-point range, and 70.6% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 50.9% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, 60.8% from the free throw line. Slippery Rock and Wheeling. This game was close. Wheeling in the first half outscored Slippery Rock 41-37, and then Slippery Rock outscored Wheeling 48-36. The second half, Slippery Rock escapes Wheeling with the win. This game actually got really feisty towards the end. Slippery Rock was up by 6 late in the second half. Luke Howes stole the ball and did a backboard pass to Jomo Goings, which Jomo Goings successfully dunked. And apparently he got into it with the fans of Wheeling University, or the Wheeling fans got into it with Jomo Goings. It ended up being, it was a good job by the referees last night to avoid the situation. So shout out to the crew of Shane Snyder, James Duke, and Josh White. Usually I'm not a big fan on referees, but last night they did a really good job of keeping that situation from getting any worse. So, and then they asked the students of Wheeling University to leave, and then the referees got into it to make sure that there was no physical altercations after the game. So good job by that crew last night that they didn't have any issues. Top scorer for SRU was Luke Howes. In 33 minutes, shot 6 of 11 from the floor, 0 out of 1 from three-point range, and hit all 9 free throw attempts that he had. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal for 21 points. Jomo Goings, coming off of his PSAC West Athlete of the Week award, where he averaged 26 points a game in the 2-game series at Slippery Rock University this past weekend. In 34 minutes, shot 5 of 11 from the floor, 0 out of 1 from three-point range, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. He had 13 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for 17 points. But main man from Kennedy Catholic and Hermitage came from Sharon, Pennsylvania. Ike Herster, 27 minutes, shot 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from three-point range, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds and 15 points. Dane Waters, the former Marauder, 27 minutes, shot 5 of 8 from the floor, 1 out of 2 from three-point range, and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds and 1 steal for 14 points. And Shaikh Samora, in 23 minutes off the bench, 4 of 7 from the floor, 1 out of 1 from three-point range, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks for 11 points. The Rock, in the first half, shot 44.8% from the floor, 42.9% from the three-point range, and 72.7% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 46.7% from the field, 0 out of 6 from three-point range. So Slippery Rock, again, continuing to struggle with three-pointers early on this season. 0 out of 6 from three-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 45.8% from the floor, 23.1% from three-point range, 77.8% from the free throw line, with 1 technical foul being assessed to Dane Waters. Cardinals' top scorer was Sean Ely in 33 minutes, shot 4 of 11 from the floor, 1 out of 12 from three-point range, and 8 of 12 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal for 17 points. T. Harris in 32 minutes shot 6 of 11 from the floor, 1 out of 2 from three-point range, and 1 out of 2 from the free throw line, with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block for 14 points. Caleb Murray, in 19 minutes off the bench, shot 5 of 10 from the floor, 3 out of 2 from three-point range, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 1 steal for 13 points. And S.J. Hutchinson, in 28 minutes off the bench, shot 4 of 12 from the floor, 2 out of 5 from three-point range. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block for 10 points. In the first half, Wheeling shot 56% from the floor, 46.2% from three-point range, and 70% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 40.5% from the floor, 30.8% from three-point range, 50% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 46.8% from the floor, 38.5% from three-point range, 64.3% from the free throw line, with 1 technical foul assessed to Jerry Saunders Jr. Next game, number 6, Cal traveling to Lamont Furnace, Pennsylvania. That's right, Raymond. When Tucker tries to sniff on you and you're doing that, you hiss at him. All right, anyways, back to this. Keith Pallick III for Cal was their top scorer in 23 minutes, shot 10 of 13 from the floor, 0 out of 2 from three-point range, and hit all 5 free throw attempts. He had 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 1 steal for 25 points. Go back. Okay. Dalman Alexander, in 17 minutes off the bench, shot 6 of 7 from the floor, 0 out of 1 from three-point range, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks, and 1 steal for 14 points. Keandre DeShields, in 11 minutes, shot 5 of 7 from the floor, 3 out of 4 from three-point range, and hit his only free throw attempt, and had 2 rebounds and 1 assist for 14 points. Now Cam Pollock, in 20 minutes, shot 2 of 7 from the floor, 1 out of 5 from three-point range, and hit all 5 free throw attempts that he had. 4 rebounds and 4 assists with 1 steal for 10 points. The Vulcan shot 52.8% from the field in the first half, 17.7% from the three-point range, and 92.3% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 61% from the field, 23.1% from three-point range, 75% from the free throw line. Overall, Cal shot 57.1% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, and 84% from the free throw line. Penn State Fayette, their top scorer was DeSalis Jones. 28 minutes, 9 of 19 from the floor, 1 out of 5 from three-point range, 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists for 20 points. And then Jesse Lawson Jr. in 25 minutes, shot 4 of 9 from the floor, 2 out of 4 from three-point range, 3 rebounds and 2 steals for 10 points. Roaring Lions, as they're known, shot 40% from the floor in the first half, 18.2% from the three-point range, and 25% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 51.4% from the floor, 26.7% from three-point range, and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 45.7% from the floor, 23.1% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line, with Cal winning 115-76. Cal outscored Penn State Fayette 53-31 in the first half, and then outscored them 62-45 in the second half. Next game, Jefferson taking on Kutztown. Kutztown outscored them 31-21 in the first half, but then Jefferson outscoring the Bears 40-25 in the second half, and Jefferson going to 3-0. Kutztown, still the basement team in the PSEC right now. They're still 0-3. Shocker. Jefferson, their top scorer was Justin Hawkins. 29 minutes, shot 4 of 7 from the floor, 0 out of 2 from three-point range, 7 out of 7 from the free throw line. 7 rebounds, 1 assist for 15 points. And Jeremiah Dorsey, in 36 minutes, shot 4 of 8 from the floor, 2 out of 6 from three-point range, 2 out of 4 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 6 assists, 7 steals for 12 points. Jefferson overall in the first half shot 33.3% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, and 0 out of 0 from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 59.1% from the floor, 45.5% from the three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 44.9% from the floor, 30.8% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Kutztown, their top 2 scorers each had 14 points. Jalen Bryant did it in 34 minutes, shooting 3 of 11 from the floor, 2 out of 8 from three-point range, and 6 out of 6 from the free throw line. With 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. Jaden McGee did it in 28 minutes with shooting 6 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 3 from three-point range, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds along with the 14 points. Kutztown shot 32% from the floor in the first half and 28.6% from three-point range and 81.3% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 37% from the floor, 1 out of 10 from three-point range, 10%, and 50% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 34.6% from the floor, 17.6% from three-point range, and 70.8% from the free throw line. The only game I got incorrect on my predictions, Shippensburg and Wilmington, Delaware. Shippensburg outscored Wilmington 31-29 in the first half. Then went on like a stupid hot streak and then outscored them 59-45 in the second half. Shippensburg getting its first win of the season over Wilmington, Delaware by a score of 90-74. Their top scorer was the number one guy for Shippensburg, Marcus Frank. 37 minutes, shot 13 of 21 from the floor, 3 out of 5 from three-point range. He had 9 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 2 steals for 29 points. Timmy Connor in 34 minutes shot 8 of 16 from the floor, 6 of 9 from three-point range with 1 rebound, 5 assists, and 1 steal for 22 points. And Donovan Hill in 32 minutes shot 6 of 10 from the floor, 2 out of 4 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block for 16 points. So double-double for Hill. Overall, Shippensburg shot 39.4% from the floor in the first half, 25% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. In the second half, like I said, they went on that crazy streak. They went on a 66.7% teardown in the second half from the floor, 75% from three-point range, 75% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 53% from the floor, 50% from three-point range, 66.7% from the free throw line, with 1 technical foul assessed to Donovan Hill. Wilmington, Delaware, their top scorer was Justin Perez in 31 minutes, shot 8 of 10 from the floor, 2 rebounds, and 2 blocks with 1 steal and 21 points. Isaiah Krettel, 21 minutes, shot 2 of 5 from the floor, 1 out of 3 from three-point range, 8 of 12 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals with 13 points. And Manir Waller, in 29 minutes, shot 5 of 15 from the floor, 1 out of 6 from three-point range, 8 rebounds, 2 assists for 11 points. Wildcats shot 34.3% from the field. 33% from three-point range, and 0 out of 3 from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 46.4% from the floor, 30% from three-point range, and 65.6% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 39.7% from the floor, 32% from three-point range, and 61.5% from the free throw line, with 1 technical foul assessed to Denham Perkins. And the final game from last night was Pitt Johnstown against Penn State Greater Allegheny. First half, Pitt Johnstown outscored Penn State Greater Allegheny 50-30, and in the second half outscored them 62-38, with Pitt Johnstown going to 2-1 and Penn State Greater Allegheny dropping 0-1, with the final score being UPJ 112, Penn State Greater Allegheny 68. Top scorer for Penn State Greater Allegheny was Bryce Phillips, who in 24 minutes shot 6 of 11 from the floor, 0 out of 1 from three-point range, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 8 rebounds and 1 steal for 13 points. Elijah Hannon in 26 minutes shot 4 of 5 from the floor, 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. 12 rebounds, 2 steals and 2 blocks and 3 steals for 10 points. So he had a 10-point, 12-rebound double-double. Phillips, I don't know if I mentioned this, he went 0 out of 1 from three-point range and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Just in case. Damon Gamble, 20 minutes off the bench, shot 4 of 10 from the floor, 3 out of 5 from three-point range. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 1 steal for 11 points. Penn State Greater Allegheny shot 31.4% from the floor in the first half, 25.6% from three-point range, and 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 42.9% from the floor, 35.3% from three-point range, 50% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 37.1% from the floor, 32.3% from three-point range, 75% from the free throw line. Pitt Johnstown, their top scorer was Ryan Smith, who in 20 minutes shot 7 of 12 from the floor, 4 out of 6 from three-point range, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal for 18 points. Baden Forup in 20 minutes, 8 of 12 from the floor, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 assist. He had 16 points. Jay Rose, 20 minutes, 6 of 10 from the floor, 3 out of 5 in three-point range, 0 out of 1 from the free throw line. 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block, 15 points. Vinny Cugini, in 21 minutes, shot 5 of 8 from the floor, 0 out of 1 from three-point range, and 2 out of 4 from the free throw line. 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal for 12 points. Sean Dillon was the only starter for Pitt Johnstown that did not have double digits. Nick Watts off the bench in 17 minutes. He shot 6 of 11 from the floor, 0 out of 2 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists for 14 points. Although I will mention Sean Dillon did have 5 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds, though, and 1 steal. And Adam Belinsky in 17 minutes shot 6 of 10 from the floor, 0 out of 2 from three-point range. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal for 12 points. The Mountain Cats shot 50% from the floor in the first half, along with 30.8% from three-point range and 50% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 63.4% from the floor, 58.3% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Overall, they shot 56.5% from the floor, 44% from three-point range, 62.5% from the free throw line. So yesterday I went 10-1, 0-1 on Tuesday. Overall this season, thanks to that incredible performance that I had yesterday, overall my record is 32-16 on the season. So right where I'm at, where I want to be, 75% of the games I've gotten correct. So good performance yesterday. Throw that out of the way. Now, we get to tomorrow and Friday. We get to the next 3 days. So one game on the schedule, that is East Stroudsburg taking on Dominican, New York. This game being played in Orangeburg, New York. I have East Stroudsburg is at 2-0 and Dominican at 1-0. 6 o'clock start. Then we get to Saturday. Penn State Schuylkill off that massive win at Mansfield. They're 1-2 taking on 0-3 Kutztown. Lock Haven, 2 o'clock. Lock Haven 1-2 traveling to Roberts Wesleyan, who is 1-2. 2 o'clock start in Rochester, New York. Next game at 2:30 p.m. in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. The University of South Carolina Beaufort taking on UPJ. So Cal Pols, he had a really good start to the season for the Sand Sharks. He's averaging 17 points a game in the first 2 games of the season for the Sand Sharks. 3 o'clock game in Mansfield, DUville traveling to take on the Mounties. Another 3 o'clock game in Frostburg, Maryland. Clarion, who is 3-0, taking on 1-2 Frostburg State. 4 o'clock game in Lakewood, New Jersey. Georgian Court hosting Bloomsburg. Georgian Court is 0-2 and Bloomsburg 0-3. Another 4 o'clock game in Salem, West Virginia. The Tigers hosting Gannon, who are 3-2. Salem is 1-1. Next game, another 4 o'clock game in West Liberty, West Virginia. The Hilltoppers, who are 2-0, they're taking on 2-1 Shepherd. 4 o'clock game in Philly. Jefferson University, who is 3-0, taking on 3-0 Millersville. So that'll be an interesting matchup coming up. Final 4 o'clock game in Elkins, West Virginia. Davis and Elkins, the Senators, coming off that loss to Gannon, are 1-2, taking on 3-0 Seton Hill. So that should be another interesting game. 7 o'clock games, there's 2 of them. First one in California, Pennsylvania. The Vulcans, ranked 6th in the country, taking on Concord University, the Lions. Cal is 3-0, Concord 0-1. 7 o'clock game in Slippery Rock here. SRU hosting Fairmont State. Falcons are 2-0. SRU 2-1. Two 7:30 games. First one in Edinburgh, Pennsylvania. The Fighting Scots, who are 2-1, hosting 1-2 Malone University of Canton, Ohio. Part of the GMAC conference. Speaking of the GMAC conference, IUP will travel to Ashland County, Ohio for a 2-game set that includes their first matchup on Saturday against Tiffin University, who is 0-3 and IUP 0-2. So with that being said, let's get to the preview. So this is my first preview that I get to go over. Well, I'm going to go over both previews, actually. Actually, hold that thought. I forgot Sunday. 2 games on Sunday. IUP playing the host Ashland 5 o'clock on Sunday. And then East Stroudsburg taking on Caldwell on Sunday. Now IUP and Tiffin. Here we go. So IUP going into this matchup on Saturday, they are 0-2. Taking on Tiffin, who is 0-3. Coming off a loss yesterday to Kentucky State University, the Thoroughbreds. That's a lovely name for a college. I really don't have a lot going off them. I mean, IUP, they went 0-2. They had a 2-game stretch in Charleston last week in Kanawha County. They lost to Glenville State 72-70, and then the host Charleston 82-76. But IUP is starting to look a little bit better. They're showing the signs of competitiveness, and that's something that you want to see with a young program, with a team that is in rebuilding mode right now. So let's get into my favorite part of this journey with you guys. It is called the 7 key elementals of Noah's fundamentals. So we're gonna go with how this works. If you've never seen this before, I basically take the 2 teams. I'll split them into in a number of categories. Includes offense, defense, field goal percentage, 3-point field goal percentage, free throw percentage, rebounding, and assist to turnover ratio. Starting with offense, IUP is currently averaging 73 points a game in their first 2 games of the season. Currently ranked 13th in the PSAC out of 17 teams. Where Tiffin is ranked second to last in the Great Midwestern Athletic Conference. Only 12 teams in that region, in that conference. Tiffin ranked 11th out of 12 teams at 60.3 points per game. Defense, IUP in their 2 matchups allowing 77 points per game, ranked 9th in the conference, where Tiffin is ranked in the middle of the conference at 73.7 points per game. They are ranked 6th out of 12. Field goal percentage, well, both teams are actually ranked 11th, but in terms of this, IUP is shooting 43.2% from the floor, Tiffin shooting 37.7%. IUP ranked 11th in the PSAC out of 17 teams. Tiffin ranked 11th out of 12. 3-point field goal percentage. IUP is ranked shooting 29.8% from the floor. Tiffin shooting 27.8% from 3-point range. IUP is ranked 9th in the PSAC, where Tiffin is ranked 3rd to last at 10th place in the GMAC. Free throw percentage. Tiffin is shooting 72.9% from the floor, or from the 72.9% from the free throw line. There we go. Shooting 8. They are 8th out of 12 teams, so in the bottom 5 of their conference. IUP also in the bottom 6 in their conference, shooting 66.7% from the free throw line. They are ranked 12th. IUP in rebounds, they're averaging 41 rebounds a game. That's 7th in the PSAC. Tiffin, 32, ranked 8th in the GMAC. An assist to turnover ratio, IUP is number 1 in the PSAC, 1.67 assists per turnover. Tiffin is 3rd to last in their conference, ranked 10th at 0.73 assists per turnover. So if we go by these standards, IUP looks to be pretty favorable in this matchup. They have 5 out of 7 5 of the 7 boxes. Their IUP's top 3 scorers. Number 1 is Demir Brooks. Who saw that coming? In the two games they've played so far, he's averaging 18 points a game with 10 rebounds per game, shooting 64% from the floor, and a 0 out of 0 from the three-point range. So 0%. The second highest scorer is Christian Moore, the D1 transfer from the University of New Hampshire. He has scored 16.5 points per game with 1 rebound per game, shooting 30% from the floor and 30% from three-point range. And third highest scorer is freshman Tyler Grove. Is averaging 13.5 points and 7 rebounds per game, shooting 47.8% from the floor and 45.5% from the three-point range. The Dragons' top 3 scorers. Their top scorer is a 6'6" forward and senior from Arlington, Texas, Dykire Fuller. He is averaging 12.7 points and 5 rebounds per game, shooting 51.9% from the floor, 25% from three-point range. Their next highest scorer is a 6'6" forward and junior from Botkins, Ohio, Jacob Pieman, who is averaging 9.7 points per game and 3.7 rebounds per game, shooting 45.5% from the floor and 41.2% from three-point range. Their third highest scorer is a 6'3" guard and senior from Far Rockaway, New York, Alan Fordham, who's averaging 8 points and 3.7 rebounds per game, shooting 26.9% from the floor and 28.6% from three-point range. So when it comes to the 3 keys of the game for IUP against Tiffin, number 1 is play competitive for 40 minutes. In the first 2 games, you saw IUP was down by double digits. And that's something you just cannot expect of IUP to try to come back from. I mean, they were close in both games, don't get me wrong. I mean, they were down by 20 in the first at halftime against Charleston and lost by 6. Can you imagine if they would have actually played a little bit more competitive defense for the first half? They may have came out of there with possibly 2 wins instead of being 0-2. Number 2, their first win is up for grab. I mean, this is a game where IUP, I think they have a good chance of shutting down guys like Fuller and Pieman. Again, we just need to see what happens. I mean, first win is going to come out at some point. Just give it time. And number 3 is keep showing improvements. So the freshmen look really promising. If we can continue to keep showing improvement over this early part of the season, this is going to make the PSAC a lot more interesting in terms of the top 5 in the PSAC, although then again, you never know. I'd say the top 5 teams right now are looking competitive. And IUP, believe it or not, is the only team in the PSAC West that does not have a win. All the other teams in the PSAC are either 2-1 or 3. Gannon, I believe, is like the worst team besides IUP. Gannon is 3-2. Everyone else is either 2-1 or 3-0. So IUP, if they can get 2 wins this weekend, that'd be awesome. So that's the matchup against Tiffin. Let's talk about Ashland. I know this game's going to be on Saturday, and we're probably going to get more different results, but we're going to go with what we got for the time being. So IUP, they're 0-2. Ashland is 1-0. Host, the Eagles. So battle of the Birds. Crimson Hawks versus Eagles. Like it. Speaking of meetings, if my calculations are correct, this is going to be the first time ever between Tiffin and IUP, and this will also be the first time matchup between IUP and Ashland. So we'll see what happens there. Previews for this matchup between IUP and Ashland on Sunday. Ashland is at the top of the GMAC with that 1 game played, so their stats are going to be based off the 1 game they played already. IUP on offense, averaging 73 points a game. They're still 13th. Ashland is ranked 3rd to last in the GMAC. They're ranked 10th out of 12 teams. Defense, Ashland is number 4 in the GMAC at 66 points per game. IUP averaging 77 points per game on defense. They are ranked 9th out of 17. Field goal percentage, Ashland shooting 46% from the floor. That's ranked 8th. And IUP 43.2% from the field. That's ranked 11th in the PSAC. 3-point field goal percentage, Ashland shooting 31.3% from the floor from 3-point range. They're ranked 8th right now. IUP is ranked 9th at 29.8%. Free throw percentage, IUP is shooting 66.7% from the free throw line. That's ranked 12th. Ashland shooting 60.7% from the free throw line. That's ranked 3rd to last in the conference, in the GMAC. Rebounds, IUP is ranked 7th at 41 rebounds per game. Ashland's ranked averaging 31 rebounds per game. That's 3rd to last in the GMAC. Assists, IUP is number 1, 1.67. Ashland a little bit better at 0.89. That's ranked 4th to last in the GMAC. If we go by these standards, IUP is favorable in this matchup with a 4-to-3 ratio. Top 3 scorers again. For IUP, Demir Brooks, Christian Moore, and Tyler Grove. So the top 3 scorers for Ashland in their one game they played. Well, their top scorer in their one game he's a 6'7" forward and redshirt junior from Gahanna, Ohio, Maceo Williams. He had 22 points and 12 rebounds in that game. In the one game, he shot 56.3% from the floor and went 0 out of 1 from 3-point range. Their second highest score from their first matchup of the season was number 23, a 6'5" wing and redshirt sophomore from Palo, Ohio. And his previous school was the University of Toledo, the Rockets. Cooper Davis, he had 15 points and 3 rebounds. He shot 28.6% from the floor and 25% from 3-point range, shooting 1 out of 4. And their third highest scorer in their first matchup was a 6'8" forward and grad student from Convoy, Ohio, playing as it was a D1 transfer from Miami, Ohio, the Redhawks. Javen Etzler. In the one game he played, he had 8 points and 2 rebounds, shooting 42.9% from the floor and 40% from 3-point range, 2 out of 5. So the 3 keys to the game in this one, first, beat the host team. We were close last week with Charleston. Can we do it? Can we actually beat the host team? I mean, it's going to be a competitive game, but I think IUP could get out of this 2-game stretch in Ashland, Ohio, with 2 wins. There's a chance. Number 2, one of my favorites when I'm a Browns fan, Sunday wins turn into victory Mondays. I love that. If they can win on Sunday, that's going to make it a good week, good start to the week. And 3, again, play competitively. Just try to just continue to see what happens with the team and competitiveness. So with that being said, let's get to the final phase of this episode with the picks and predictions for Friday through Sunday. So with the one game between East Stroudsburg and Dominican, I'm picking East Stroudsburg. I actually picked a lot of road teams on this one, I think. We're going to find out. Friday, Penn State Schuylkill against Kutztown. I'm keeping the hype with Penn State Schuylkill. I think they might get a second win against a PSAC team. And Kutztown has not been good this year. I could see Penn State Schuylkill going into Kutztown and pulling off an upset. Lock Haven versus Roberts Wesleyan, the 2 o'clock game. I have Lock Haven. South Carolina Buford versus Pitt Johnstown. I think this game could be interesting, but I do have South Carolina Buford winning this matchup. And Cal pulls his first game back in Western Pennsylvania. I think they have like 6 or 7 games in Western Pennsylvania. Because they play IEP on December 2nd and they play SRU on November 30th. D'Youville versus Mansfield. I picked D'Youville. Clarion and Frostburg State keep me going on the Golden Eagles train. I think they're going to be 4-0 with a win on Saturday. Give me Clarion. Gannon at Salem, West Virginia. I'm going with Gannon. West Liberty and Shepherd. Give me West Liberty. Millersville and Jefferson. This is going to be a good game. Give me Millersville to start the season 4-0. Wilmington, Delaware against Westchester. Give me Westchester on that one. Seton Hill versus Davis and Elkins. Another really close game that could go either way. But I think Davis and Elkins is going to pull off the upset against Seton Hill. Cal versus Concord. Give me Cal. SRU versus Fairmont State. Give me SRU on that one. I think that game's going to be close. Edinburgh versus Malone. Give me Edinburgh on that one. IEP versus Tiffin. Sticking with IEP on that one. I think IEP will will win on Saturday night. Sunday, IEP and Ashland. Another really close game. I think IEP is going to get out of here with 2 wins and get back to 500 before their first PSAC matchup on Friday, November 22nd against Lock Haven. So they could possibly be in a situation, or correction, they play, I'm sorry, not Lock Haven, that's the 23rd. The 22nd against Shippensburg, so the return of Gabriel Romero Sands is coming up really soon. So that's going to be a good matchup coming up. So yeah, Shippensburg on Friday and Lock Haven on Saturday. They could be, you never know, they might be 4-2 after next weekend. We'll see what happens. But yeah, IEP, if they can win both, I have them winning both games. They're going to go to 2-2 before facing Shippensburg on Friday next week. Sunday games, only 2. So IEP and Ashland. And then East Stroudsburg at Caldwell. Give me East Stroudsburg to win. So, with that being said, that is going to conclude episode 5 of the PCBC. I will be filming episode 6. We're going to go Monday, right before there's a 3-game set. You got Salem hosting Seton Hill, or Salem at Seton Hill. You got Pitt Johnstown at DeUville and Chestnut Hill at Shippensburg on Monday. So we'll do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday games for that one being on Monday, and then Thursday I will film episode 7 next Thursday for the beginning of the home opener, the beginning of the PSAC games. So with that being said, thank you guys for joining, and thank you, Mr. Wayman, for being a special guest of mine. I am your honorary judge, Noah Super, saying so long, and have yourselves a great rest of your night.